My dear sisters and brothers, the reading is very clear, both in the Old Testament and the New. But there is something that is said there for us. I am the Lord your God. You must be perfect as God is. I am holy and you should also be holy. My dear sisters and brothers, how can we be holy? By doing penances, by doing good? Not enough, because when we do these things, we do not last too long. We cannot persevere in it for long. It is only for some time. Why? Because our ego comes up. Because when we do these things and others do not respond to us, then we begin to react. Then what we did, we don't do, and we even do the opposite. We do bad to others. That has been our experience. And therefore, do not go on your strength. We must go on the strength of the Lord. And this is the New Testament. Old Testament, He had put the law in our hearts and everything, but they could not do it. But now, the Lord is in us. We are part of Him. And therefore, we are participating in His holiness and His goodness. When we reach out to others, we're not reaching out to someone outside us. We are reaching because in our body, we take care of every part. But if we are centered on God, then God takes care of our body. In that same way, when we are in Jesus, then all of us, though individuals we are all part of Him. And so it is His Spirit that takes care of others, the least. Not just the important parts. Look at the different parts of our body. We have to take care of every part. And that's the same way we care for others when we are in Jesus. Otherwise, it is not going to be possible with all our reasoning and all our ideologies. It has to come from Jesus. And that's why, for 2000 years, the church is going on and on. We see many things that are not happening, but it is the Lord who is in charge. He will make it happen. What He needs is our cooperation. And are we ready to do that? Today, we have a saint called Gabriel of Our Lady of Sorrows. Now, he was called Francis when he was born. He was 11th of 13 children, and he came from Italy. Now his mother died when they were all young, but his father was the governor of Assisi, and he was a very holy man. He would go to Mass daily, but 1 hour before he would spend in prayer. And so he brought up the children after the mother died in good catechesis. Now, this boy was a little bit of a rambunctious, meaning he was very playful, naughty, and so his father would quite often admonish him, but he was continuously doing that. He was into playing, drama, concert, dancing, everything. But then something happened. He experienced a change in his life. There was a sickness that came upon him, and he promised Our Lady that if he got all right, that he would be following her and join religious life. Then he got all right, and he did not do that. Second time he got sick, and again he promised Our Lady, I will surely join religious life. And second time he again began to procrastinate. Now, in Assisi and Spoleto, there was a neighboring village, there was an epidemic. And in this epidemic, people were dying. So the whole village promised Our Lady, and there was a picture of Our Lady. So they all said, we will commit ourselves to taking you in procession in the whole village, whole town, and in the surrounding areas. And when she was taken, he was looking at the picture of Our Lady, and she kind of turned to him and said, "Hey, Francis, why are you taking so long? You have promised, make it quick." And so that day, he just felt he must become a religious. And he joined the Passionists, that is, those who are following Our Lady in the Passion of our Lord. And so he took this name, Gabriel, of Our Lady of Sorrows. And that is how he joined this congregation. He lived only 9 years, but everything he did it perfectly, not to the rule only, but to the spirit of the rule that is given. And so, in 9 years' time, when he died, when there was another epidemic, he soon after that began to work miracles. There were plenty of miracles that were happening at his tomb, and that is how he was considered a saint afterwards, and blessed and saint. My dear sisters and brothers, what do we notice? God has a plan for each one of us, and we must conform to Jesus who is dwelling in us, so that we become that unique person that we are meant to be in Him. The more you remain united to Him, the more you'll become who you should be in Him, and He will do through us all these deeds of mercy. Let us ask for this grace. And as I have told you, do not go to bed 5 minutes before you sleep by surrendering everything that is in you, your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, whatever is there, out onto Jesus. And you will see how Jesus will unformat you from the false formatting of the evil one. Because we are not controlled just like that. We are controlled from within by the evil one. And that He will undo. So in the morning when you wake up, remain united to Jesus so that His ways, His truth, and His life will be seen and lived by us through the day. Let's try this. Hold your palms in your lap. Keep your eyes closed. And just be present to Jesus, who breathes into us His life from the toes right up to our head. And then let us empty everything from head to toe so that nothing is ours, but we be holy as He is holy. Allowing Him to shine in us, then just we.